Emotional, physical, sexual, financial.
Mental and emotional. Um, Hair pulled out, black ass, lips swollen, gun pulled out, sexual.
The type of violence I have seen through my mother is physical violence.
Must have been like 18, and I met him through mutual friends.
I met him, you're young and you're hanging out, and all the girls, they had liked this person, and he asked me to go with him, and I really didn't want to because I was already dealing with somebody else. You know how you young and you got a little boyfriend, but this particular person kept begging me and said, so I said, well, okay. And that's how I got involved.
The abuser was my father.
I just couldn't believe that it was happening. I mean, I was young. I didn't think there was so much evil out there like that. I was still believing in fairy tales and, meet the right prince kind of guy, and it, it just found out that it wasn't true. Everything is different from what you read, from what people tell you. It's so different. Yeah.
I don't even really know, but I knew I wasn't going to say anything to anybody. Like when I first got taken advantage of sexually, I went in the house and I kept it to myself and was quiet about it.
It only happened once, so I was scared it was going to happen again. I mean, it was about to happen a couple times, but he stopped himself.
At that age, not really, because at that age you're very naive, and you really can't say you can think better because you can't. You're in the process of growing up. So no, not really. Not that I think of it right now, because no, I don't even have an explanation for that.
Well, when you're young, it's best not to be getting involved in any type of relationship. You should just really just go to school. That's what you're going, because you're young.
I guess myself just, when I had the chance to run and get help, and my mom kind of leave him when she had the chance, when I wasn't even born yet, because I knew it started before then.
Well, you realize that you can't change people. It takes, well, it takes different time for everybody. It took me a couple of years to realize that you can't change people, and that you don't want to live like that. You just grow out of it. You grow old, and you grow out of it, and you realize that you're married, but you don't have a husband. It's not like the fairy tale that they say. It's not nice. Well, that's if you marry an abuser. I mean, if you marry a nice guy, it is going to be nice. But if you marry an abuser, and a lot of the times, if you're young like that, you're not going to see that he's an abuser until later on in the relationship. You start seeing that, and then you start believing that that's what you got, and you deal with it.
After all the physical abuse, I know I'm not going to continue to live like this. So it was, and then I had got a little bit older, and I know I didn't want that for myself.
When he threatened to kill us with a knife. I was 9, my sister was 6, and he said to shut my sister up, or he was going to kill us. So I had no choice but put a pillow in front of my sister's face so he wouldn't hear her cry. But I freeze in certain situations. So when we had the chance to run, I couldn't run.
I got a better job. I realized that my money wasn't spent like the way it was being spent before, because I had power over my money, and I had power over my decisions, and I had power over the kids, and I had power over everything. There was no one else. So that on itself was a big success, just to have power all to myself.
I knew I wanted to continue education because I always wanted to have a career, because that's what my teacher told us in 5th grade. You don't want to just work a job, you want a career. And so to get a career, you kind of like need to go to school and get you some education. So, and I knew, and that's what I need to do.
Well, I would say that it's always possible to get out of a situation like that. It's going to take some time, but it's going to take some courage, and just don't wait for them to change, because they're not going to change. You are the one who has to change, not them. And it can be done, and there's good things waiting out there for you once you get rid of this baggage.
Always be selective in your choices. Try to find out more information about a guy before you really get seriously involved with him. And don't let anyone force you into anything. If you feel you don't want to date a person, don't date them. If you have these inkling feelings, listen to them.
Yes, seek help if you see it happening. Like, get somebody to get in between. Don't try to keep it within you, because if you keep it within you, it harms you and it haunts you for the rest of your life, because it's like you could have done something different, so your dad wouldn't come back into your life and just stay at home and basically have situations where it could lead to that same scene or those same words being said to you.
My name is Grace Chavez, and I am more than the color of purple.
I am Loretta White, and I am more than the color purple.
Okay. My name is Elizabeth Zamudio, and I'm more than the color purple.